All right, welcome back. So, for this lesson, we're going to be talking about blood sugars. So, all foods consist of elements called macronutrients, and most of you are very familiar with things like proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So, proteins are the type of macronutrients that you can find on meat, lentils, and beans. And they break down into amino acids that your body needs to repair itself and support muscles. Fats are the type of macronutrients. Oh my goodness, I have such a hard time saying that. Found in meats, oil, nuts, and seeds, and things like avocados and coconut. And fats are needed for the different structures of fatty acids, which perform different but important tasks, such as reducing inflammation, cell-to-cell communication, and buildup of cell membrane integrity. Carbohydrates, or carbs, as they're usually called, are found in vegetables, fruits, and sugars, and they break down into what we call glucose, which is just another term for sugars. Most foods are a combination of the three macronutrients, which is a great thing because that's a great food to have. But when you eat mostly processed foods, you're eating mostly things that are carb heavy or concentrated mostly on carbohydrates. So when you eat these carbohydrates or carb-rich foods, such as a piece of cake, your body digests the foods, breaks it down into smaller bits, and the smaller bits are sugars or glucose, and they go into your bloodstream. Insulin then directs that sugar to go into your cells to be used for energy. And if there's an extra amount of that sugar, then is put away as fat, stored as fat. So carb-rich foods can cause your bloodstream sugars to go really high because usually simple sugars like cake or sugar, you can digest and break down pretty quickly. And all that sugar goes right into your bloodstream. Your body maintains quite a restricted level of appropriate amount of sugars because without some sugar, some cells will die. And with too much sugar, other cells get damaged and no longer function. So it's as bad to have too much as it is not to have enough. These blood sugar extremes are literally life or death to your cells and your body. During periods of uncontrolled blood sugar levels, your body does not prioritize your mental abilities, your clarity, your vitality, things like skin vibrancy, proper weight, muscle structure, all this stuff. Your body has just one priority, and that's to survive. And to do that, when you have too much sugar, it just stores it away as fat. Blood sugar regulation is a key when it comes to nutrition. It is something that you really, really need to pay attention to. It can make a huge difference in your cognitive or mental ability, your performance, your emotional regulation, and even your overall health. Most of your neurotransmitters in your brain actually require some blood sugar level to be produced and to be released. These are things like dopamine, serotonin, and GABA. These are your happy transmitters, your motivational neurotransmitters. Everything that's going to affect your mood throughout the day relies on stable blood sugars all day long. However, if your blood sugars also affect your sleep at night. So how can you tell if your blood sugar levels are affecting your sleep? Well, one way to do that is if you're waking up consistently at 2 or 3 in the morning It could be your sugars. This is because your blood sugars decline. Your body's natural response is to increase cortisol and adrenaline. These two hormones then can literally, they're life-saving hormones, but they can increase the sugar in your body to appropriate levels. They want to get back to baseline levels, and the two hormones are also responsible for waking you up in the morning. So you don't want to be woken up at 3 in the morning, which is exactly what happens when your blood sugar drops at night. You also should ask yourself, am I waking up to urinate, but I also feel very hungry? Or do I feel hungry upon waking up in the morning? Or do I find myself wanting a midnight snack? Do I ever wake up feeling dizzy in the middle of the night, or kind of feel dizzy during the morning time? If you answer yes to any of these questions, unsteady blood sugar levels might be what's causing these changes. So focus on the recommendations that we're going to give you. Try to maintain your blood sugar levels and try not to get them to go too high or too low. So maintaining them steady is the best thing for you. You can also test this by eating like a handful of nuts or seeds right before bedtime. I usually don't recommend this, but if you do this and that improves your sleeping issues, it could be a sign that your blood sugar levels are to blame. Once you begin to adjust and improve your blood sugar levels during the day, you likely won't need to eat a bedtime snack. And if you're someone who has diabetes, controlling your blood sugars is very important in order to be able to get to a good night's sleep. All right, so I'll see you in the next module.